Hi guys, so welcome to today's session. So as you can see, I changed the name to Angels and Energy because an Angel and Energy group session, because we're going to be doing things a little bit different from here on in. And one of the biggest reasons we're going to be switching things up a little bit is because one of the things I've been doing over the last 6 months is really doing my readings a little differently. So anybody who knows me, anybody who's been on the page knows that I am very passionate about energy and angels. And so traditionally when I would do readings, I would just use the cards. And I really felt like I could help out my clients so much more by incorporating more energy. And so that's exactly what I've been working on and tweaking. And I'm really excited because my readings will be changing to energy, angels and energy sessions. So there's going to be one-to-one sessions available online, or I do have once a month that I do them live here in Medicine Hat. And as well, I also have a group angels and energy session that I am doing here in person in Medicine Hat. And then I'm going to be doing the Sundays and the Wednesdays as Angels and Energy group sessions here on Facebook. And you'll also find this video on my Instagram TV. So you can find them different places. So I want you guys to, the first thing I want to do is kind of explain what you can expect, because things are going to be changing a little bit. So I want to share with you guys what you can expect on a group session and give you a little taste of what the readings, I just got to move this over, what a reading or a session would be like with me now for those of you who have been doing readings with me for many years. Now, if you've had a reading with me recently, then you probably will have experienced a little more of the energy portion. So each month on the Facebook page, Instagram, we're going to be taking what we're going to be doing in the free challenge, and we're also going to be incorporating that into the Angels and Energy sessions here on Wednesday and Sundays at 1 o'clock. And that for this month, it's going to be abundance. We're doing the Explore Your Spiritual Side of Money challenge. And so we're going to be doing the Angels of Abundance cards. So what we're going to do to start off is we're going to pick a card, and we're going to ask for a group message that will really help us all in the area of prosperity. And I love the idea of working with prosperity, and we're going to be doing this for the rest of August because prosperity and abundance consciousness is one of those things that can change everything for somebody. Just a simple matter of redirecting the question, asking it differently, really opening the flow of abundance. And the energy work is really, really important, because if, let's say you have a lesson you want to do, or a bill that comes that you're not really sure how you're going to pay, and it's very easy that your energy gets hijacked and you really feed it with this fear energy. And that's how we've been reacting to these things for so long, for like hundreds of years, and we don't really have different tools to react differently. And that's what I want to do within these sessions. So let's say there's two scenarios. There's two paths you can take. You get a bill and you don't know how you're going to pay for it. There's a class you want to take and you don't know how you're going to pay for it. Or there's an opportunity, an experience you want to have, and you don't know how to create that abundance. Or you can learn to use this angels and energy to really shift that and say, what would it take to create that in my life? And that's how you co-create with the universe. Sometimes we think it's really complicated, but it is actually really just redirecting that energy. So let's say you get that bill, that experience, and you have in your body some place that's going to feel not very good. Whether it's Your heart's going to tense up, your stomach's going to knot, your throat's going to close, like your throat's going to feel like you have that kind of that lump in your voice. You're going to feel it somewhere in your body. It's going to be alerting you that it's uncomfortable, and that is hijacking your energy. So what we're going to be learning and doing here in these Angels and Energy group sessions, whether they're here, whether they're readings, whether they're in person, or whether it's the level 1 through 11 that I'm teaching, it's going to be teaching you how to move that energy through there. So you're going to react differently to that lump in your throat, to that knot in your stomach, to that, you know, that feeling in your heart. And you're going to connect to the light. You're going to pull all that energy into all that light. You're going to pull it into that area, and you're going to have the light break it up so you can change the pattern. And then we're going to ask an empowering question, like what would it take? Because you always want to fill in with light or empowerment to really move that energy and fill it up with the direction you want to go. That's how we're going to train our bodies and our energy to react differently. That is empowerment versus disempowerment, right? And you know, we all get stuck. We want to do things in life. We want to experience things with life, but we still have a lot of lack mentality as a culture that's happening. And the more we can take that and we can recreate it into an abundance mindset, the more we're going to react differently, and the more opportunities are going to appear to us. And I mean, I have a lot of stories. I'm not going to share them all with you today, but trust me, you're going to have your own experiences over this, and that's what I find is the most powerful anyways, because sometimes every time when you experience it yourself, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful experience. You really get that you are special and that you can co-create with the universe. So today we're going to have our first Angels and Energy session, and I thank you guys for joining us, whether you're here on the replay. I am really looking forward to teaching you guys and expanding this way. Now, I am in my healing center, in my healing room in my house, because I have a special room that I have that is all my healing center. And I picked this room because I have a lot of different things in this room and set up this room to really help us shift. And so there's going to be things that are playing in the background. You might not be able to hear them, but if you might at some point, because they kind of go up and down, and those are to help and assist the shifts in our energy. So it's really cool. So from here on, I'll be being in this room because this room is really specifically designed for me to heal my own energy, and when somebody in my family has a problem, they know to come here because this is where I am going to have a lot of the things that I teach. I have all my oils here. I have shelves and shelves of oils. I have magnets. I have my sage here. This is all my naturopath stuff that I have. Sprays. I have a big massage chair beside me. On the other side, I have my massage table, I have my hot house, I have my chi machine. So this is my place where I really have, it's really detached from anything except just healing here. So it's an awesome room. So that's going to contribute to our energy as well. So guys, we're going to start with our angel message from Angels of Abundance, and I'm going to pull a group message. And what I'd really like for you to share in the comments after we pick this is how that makes you feel in your body. If you are feeling, if you are really resonating with that message. And I love for you guys to share that, because sometimes when people, the more we share, the more we realize that that everything is kind of connected, and we can do this as a group. You'll see the power of it. So today's card just jumped out, and this is for our group. And then we're going to do an energy clearing after, based on what the angels have said is best for this group, whether you're watching live, replay, on Instagram, on Facebook, wherever you're watching this. You will this will be the group message that's perfect for us. So the card says unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteeing to bring blessings. All you need is to take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. And this is the card. I love that card. And when I pick up the energy of that card, the one thing I pick up very strongly is that it's a lot what I'm talking about, where the angels, you're kind of wanting different experiences, you're wanting to take different classes to expand your mind, experiences to expand your experience, but you feel like you can't afford it. And so as the angels and the divine are trying to give you ideas on how you can actually create that abundance or create the finances to support that, you're blocking it because of not asking the right question. So this is the importance of it, and I love that I just talked about that. And then of course, this is how it works in my readings too. Often, so we start this in a reading, I do the cards and I ask the angels, what is the number one thing that we can work on? Because sometimes we feel it's this, but it's really this that's gonna, and they can see that because they can see the bigger picture. So now we're going to take on a scale of 0 to 10. Actually, we're not going to do the 0 to 10. We're going to do this. This is actually the energetic vibrational scale. What the energetic vibrational scale is the scale of emotions. Now, I will actually put up the blog I did about the energetic vibration. But basically, that's the vibration that your body is vibrating at, because we are all energetic vibrations. Everything has an energetic vibration. And that is what we're vibrating out. And like attracts like. So let's say on this scale, right here, it says shame. And if you're vibrating at shame, you're vibrating at 20. And so you're going to attract experiences that are going to be, that are going to have that same resonance, that same frequency, that shame frequency. So you're going to repeat a pattern. And we can all see that in our lives all the time, where we repeat patterns, repeat patterns. So I say this a lot in my readings, how you have to bump up the scale. And I wanted to give you guys this visual. And again, it will be in the link, this graphic, because I know it will be backwards here. So you can kind of have it and print it out and use it. So when I say have more fun, bump up your vibration, take a walk in nature, what I'm really saying is do something to get from shame to, well, see, ideally I want everybody to be above 540, because 540 is joy, which is the name of my business, Above 540. So, you can't bump up like that. You kind of go up slowly. So do whatever it takes to bump up to the next one. And as you bump up to the next one, your unlimited ideas can start to flow in, because the problem and the solution don't vibrate on the same vibration. So all the divine is asking you to do is do something to bump up, so that they can get you the ideas to go from shame to, like this one would be guilt, and then you'd move up to apathy, and then you'd move up to grief. So you slowly move up the scale. Now, when I started this work 20 years ago, I was at shame. This is where I lived most of my life, and it has taken me a long time to move. Now you kind of go up and down the scale like this, but your goal is that you want to live more time up in the blue areas. So we have shame, guilt, apathy, grief, fear, desire, anger, pride, courage, neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. Now, as you move up this scale, your vibration gets bigger, it gets stronger. So shame is 20, love is 500, joy is 540, right? So you can see how you expand out more. That way you can attract more into your life. So this is very simple, because you'll know what vibration you're at based on what emotion you're having. So I'd like everybody to kind of type in what emotion they're feeling right now when we're starting this. So when I'm talking about the idea of unlimited ideas and having the opportunity to move into simply saying it a different way, tapping into a different abundance, moving up this scale, do you feel it's possible, or do you feel like, I don't think that's possible, I don't think it's that easy? And that's okay. Be honest with how you're feeling. So on 0 to 10, ask yourself, how possible do you feel it is to actually have an idea that would provide the abundance for your idea, for your opportunity, for your experience? So just close your eyes and tap into your body. Be honest. First number, 1 to 10. 10 being, I do not feel it's possible at all. And 1 feeling like, no, I got this. I think it is possible. And I'm just going to move this over, and I'd like to see, I'd like everybody to kind of type in what their, I'd like to everybody to type in the numbers and see how 0 to 10 they're feeling. Now, the next thing I want you to feel into your body when it comes to specifically unlimited ideas, the idea of actually this happening, bumping up your vibration, moving the energy, and having that opportunity, that idea come in. So I want you to feel where in your body this feeling is. And is it in your heart? Is it in your throat? Is it your stomach? Maybe it's in your hips. Like, hips are really popular right now for being in pain because it's moving forward. And so we have a lot of stagnant energy in our hips. So that's good. Everybody's actually at a pretty good number for really feeling it's possible. So now, again, just type in where you guys feel it in your body. And it will really help other people. Now, maybe we've done the clairs too, so maybe it's like, maybe it's not a feeling, but you know it's in your throat, you know it's in your heart, or maybe you hear that message, you're a clairaudient and you hear it's in your throat. However it is that you get that message, trust it and don't overanalyze it. Awesome. So we have a lot of things in our stomach, right? And then we're going to ask another question. And we're going to ask, and again, this isn't judgment, this is clearing. So I want everybody to just ask, what age did this belief come in to our energy? And whose energy did you brought this belief? Was it like your belief? Was it something a sibling said, a mom said, a dad said, a grandma said? Whose belief, like who put this belief in you, or who said something that triggered this belief? And then just asking if there's anything else, like really saying, what does this belief feel like? Put an emotion to what's happening in that area. So is it fear? Is it guilt? Is it frustration? Is it hopelessness? Is it confusion? Okay. And then just, if you guys could just quickly put what emotion or what age that energy, just share that. And then once we get there, we're going to connect to the light, and then I'm going to show you how you could use this technique to, instead of letting something hijack your energy, talk to it. Say, what are you trying to tell me, right? Because our body is our friend. And as we listen to it more, it really is helpful. Awesome. So this is great. Like, everybody's getting such great information about your age and what it's trying to tell you. And doesn't it feel so much more empowering? Like I could literally feel like I feel really emotional right now, because I feel like this is such a loving experience to have with yourself, and finally being friends with yourself. So awesome. So some great stuff. So now we're going to connect to the light, And as we connect to the light, and as I ask you guys to really pour in that energy, now know you can feel it, you can see it, you can hear it, but depending on what your clair is, it's going to be different for you. And that's okay. It's all right. So trust the process and just don't overthink it. Now, while you guys are doing that as a group, I'm actually going to be doing some energy work to help that shift as well. So I am going to be quiet a little bit at areas of this, and just when I'm quiet and I'm doing the energy work for the group, I want you guys to just continue picturing pouring light into that area, pouring light, pouring love into that area in your stomach or your knees or your hips or whatever it is. Such amazing insights. Okay, so I want everybody to close your eyes, and I want you to picture light coming from the top of your head, from your crown chakra, and reaching up into the infinite as far as you can imagine, like a tube of light going from your crown chakra to the infinite. And then I want you to just say, I'm going to times up by 1,000,000, because you want to reach up as far as you can. And through that tube of light, I want you to picture golden energy pouring through that tube of light. And I want you to picture it flowing in your crown chakra and really opening up and igniting all the possibilities that of ideas coming from the unlimited ideas from the universe, and pouring into your third eye and opening all of the ability to see and visualize what's happening and the see opportunities, and then pouring into your ears and opening that hearing and being open to hearing the guidance from the universe, and filling every aspect of your head and into your brain, and all, like, just filling it with light and love, and filling your throat, opening that throat chakra so you can really speak the truth and feel the truth and be okay with the truth of who you are, and filling up your heart chakra, and just really opening up to beautiful ideas and unconditional love and knowing the beauty of who you are, flowing down your arms and through your hands, flowing through your abdomen, and really putting lots of light in your hips to help you move forward. And then down your feet, through the bottom of your feet, and to the center of Mother Earth. And I love this because at the center of Mother Earth, I mean, Mother Earth is filled with love and nurturing, and so that energy will really help you and sustain this transition and really helping you let go of this block. So bringing all of that love from heaven and from earth and bringing it and reaching it in the middle and putting it in your heart. And then we're going to ask Archangel Michael to put us in a bubble and bring this bubble into the center of Earth. I picture this like a globe. And then from there we're going to expand this energy, this light, from our body out into our aura. And then we're going to expand it even farther. And we're going to reach the whole, like it's like we're a central sun, and we're going to reach it out so it reaches the edges of Earth. And that's why I picture it like I'm in the middle of a globe, because I find that easier. And then we're going to reach out farther to the edge of like infinity. And then we're going to times that by 1,000,000. And as we're connected to this light, you're going to feel wherever that block was, you're going to feel it lessen right now. But we want to pour some light into there. So while I'm doing some energy work with the group, I want you guys to visualize this light. You're still connected, and you're going to visualize more light coming in your crown chakra, and you're just going to visualize it covering and pouring that area and filling that area, and you're just going to let it go. You're just going to visualize that area, that block, just letting go. And it's just going to dissolve. So just pour the light in, pour more and more light in. And then expanding that light from our heart out. Awesome. Okay, so now I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to actually I want you to check into that area and where you had felt that kind of that tension in your body. I want you to check into that, and I want you to see if it's there or if it's gone. And if you can write in the comments how you're feeling, if it's gone, your experience, and then we're going to move on to part 3, which is filling it with positivity and really, really structuring the question. But first, I'd like everybody to share what number they're at, or if it's there, like it might be gone. And if it is still there, is there a number? You can put more light there. You could do this exercise again, but let me know where you're feeling. Just waiting for a couple comments. I'm going to go ahead and do the what would it takes. So now from here, and please just write in the comments while I'm talking because I'd like to see how it was. Awesome. So there's feeling lighter with more love. Oh, thank you. So that's awesome. So now I want you to... Oh, and I love that because there was one comment about how it moved from the stomach to the throat, and that's very, yeah, so it moved, and that's very common too, and you just move the light, right? Because it could be layered. There could be, it's like unpacking a bag. So now we fill it up with questions, empowering questions. So remembering back to the card that we're working on Unlimited Ideas from the Prosperity deck. And from the Prosperity deck, so we're going to say, what would it take for me to, I want to do some words that would be good for the whole group, so just give me a second. What would it take for me to be open to ideas of abundance? What would it take for me to see this opportunity, an opportunity to create the abundance I need for this experience or this program? What would it take for me to feel abundant? What would it take for me to feel financially free? What would it take for me to be open to new ideas? What would it take for me to co-create with the universe? What would it take for me to be open to different possibilities? What would it take for me to be open to creating the opportunity for myself? What would it take for me to see things differently? What would it take for me to know that I am worthy? What would it take for me to know that there is a different way? So those are the things that I really love, and you can tweak that to work for yourself, but those are the things that you want to change how you're asking the universe. So from here, we're going to be looking for those opportunities. We're going to listen. We're going to listen to the opportunities that the universe brings to us and see begin the co-creating of this opportunity, the co-creating of how this could look for us, what different opportunities are available. Now, the one thing I have to say is that you can use this, you can see now if you make a decision from this place of peace and calm and awakening, you get a whole different response. So what's happened in the past is we make decisions from the place where we have got our energy hijacked and we're fearful and we're really low on this vibrational scale, and then we make a decision from here, and then it doesn't work out the way we want because we've made it from not connecting to the light, and we haven't made it from that place of peace and possibility. So by just taking a little bit of time to redirect, and I know that that's really hard when you're feeling stressed or you're feeling overwhelmed, so I just invite you to take that as a possibility, to say, okay, I'm going to take the opportunity to join Claire every Wednesday and Sunday at 1 o'clock and retrain my brain to see a different way of possibilities. You could have a one-to-one session with me. You could have, do the level 1 or 2 or 3, 4, like level 1 to 11 programs that really work every day on creating that new pathway. You could come to a group session, an in-person group session, but just take the time to say if this is something that you want to do in your life, if you want a new way of thinking, a new way of being, this is a really great way. And when I first started this work, I'm not going to say that I caught on right away. Like, it took me a while. Like, sometimes I still have to remind myself. I actually had that situation last night where I really let kind of like more of that fear energy hijack my whole experience. And then this morning I woke up and I was planning this, and I thought, you know what, Claire, do that. So the first thing I did when I woke up this morning was do this same experience, and then I can make that decision from a whole different space of peace and relaxation, and I'm not starting to just think and go on that merry-go-round of all the things that could happen, right? So, it's just about practice and gaining new skills and new tools. And I hope you guys are really enjoying this, because I love it. Like, I love being able to share the angels and the energy portion of what I do. This has kind of been my big dream my whole life, of really incorporating both the angels and the energy parts of what I teach into one big, magnificent, awesome way to transform the situations in your life where you're really stuck. And the energy right now is moving so fast that I love, it's a perfect time. It's the perfect time to do this, and that's why I was given the guidance and the ideas, the unlimited ideas, to say, okay, how does this look? Try it out, kind of tweak it and say, okay, I need to do this a little more, I need to do this. And I'm really excited to share these offerings with you. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys feel great. And I will be doing this every Wednesday and Sunday at 1. So you'll always get your cards. It will just be a group card. And Mondays and Fridays, we're still going to do the one card. So you'll have your opportunity to get your individual messages Monday and Fridays on the card posts. I hope to see you around the page, and yeah, enjoy your day, guys. Bye.